Our experiment took place at the South Fork of the Broad River. It runs through the wilderness of North Georgia. It is usually very shallow, but it's 3 feet at its deepest point. We walked to the river from the Jubilee School. It took us about 10 minutes. We were fascinated by the river, and we explored the shells and rocks all of the class time. And we noticed that after a heavy rain, when we later came back, the river gets deeper and the current is a lot faster. We couldn't walk across the stream when the water was deep like this. When we first visited the river, we were back floating downstream, and we noticed that in the different places of the current carried us faster. We wanted to find out how fast the water was moving and the relationship between the depth and the speed of the current.
This is the directions for how we did our experiment.
Number 1. Using a tape measure, measure 10 feet from the shore.
2 people stand 10 feet apart at the location, one upstream, one downstream.
3. Drop a cup from the person who's upstream.
Number 4, measure with the stopwatch the time it takes for the cup to go 10 feet. Do this 5 times.
5. After putting in the numbers on a spreadsheet, calculate the average time in seconds.
Number 6, then calculate the speed in feet per second by dividing the distance divided by time.
7. Measure the depth in the middle of the 10 feet.
This is a scatter plot that represents the speed of the current and the depth of the river.
Each dot on the graph shows one data point where the speed of the river was calculated for that depth.
The line represents how the current got faster as the river got deeper.
So what did you find out in this experiment?
The first conclusion is the water was moving at different speeds at different places. The fastest current was about 2 feet per second. The slowest speed was less than a foot per second.
The second conclusion, it wasn't perfect, but the middle of the river, the deepest place, had the fastest current.